Hello,
Hello.
I am Aiga Udre from the Professional Association of Psychodrama and Sociometry from Latvia. And today we have an honored guest from Estonia, Sirkku Aitolehti.
Yes.
Is that correct?
In fact, I am from Finland.
Oh, sorry.
I live in Finland nowadays. I lived some 25 years in Estonia, but I am back in Finland.
Okay. So from Finland?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who are you? Tell a little about yourself.
That was the first difficult question.
Yes.
To that it's possible only to answer somehow that I just am a human being. But during my lifetime, which is about 80 years, I have had many roles. I have acted in many roles. And one of the important ones has been a psychodramatist, a psychodrama trainer. But there have been also many other important roles.
Yeah. Which is the most important roles right now for you?
Maybe mother, grandmother. I'm grandmother of 11.
Wow.
And I still do some psychodrama. I still direct some psychodrama. But more than that, I teach centering prayer, which is a meditative prayer. So I do teaching of that quite a lot nowadays.
Nice. Yeah. Is there something from psychodrama too?
I do so. No, not in centering prayer, but I do psychodrama. Like I do some workshops sometimes, and I have still 2.5 Estonian psychodrama groups who come to Finland. Each group for twice a year for 2 days every time. So I work with those, and these are people whom I have worked with, some 30 years and with some a little less, but all of them I have known a very, very long time, and most of them I have been teaching psychodrama. I have been their trainer.
Okay. That's like a nice long time. Actually.
Yeah, it is. And I think it is not very usual to work with the same people for such a long period. And so I have, of course, they don't anymore do the kind of psychodrama where they sit at the kitchen table, because that's all done.
Yeah.
So the dramas are more about what is taking place right now, or of the deeper meaning of life, or things like that.
Of course, yeah. And how long have you been psychodramatist?
When I just a moment, I got my certificate from Holwell Center. Marcia Karp as my primary teacher.
Oh.
I got my certificate in 88.
Okay.
First psychodrama I experienced in 83.
Okay, yeah.
And first time I heard about psychodrama was in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Long time ago.
Yeah.
In 88, January, I was born. Yeah.
Okay, that's... I got my certificate in June in 88 from Marcia Karp.
Yeah, so it's 38 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah. And how did you get into psychodrama in those 70s? How did it all start?
In 70s, I only read about it.
Okay.
I had a neighbor who borrowed to me a book which told about new psychotherapy theories, and there was about psychodrama, and I quite well remember it was telling about this theater in Beacon, and but that's the only thing I remember from the book. But these other therapies I did not. But in the 1980s, when I got involved more, it was my husband first. A friend of mine was studying psychodrama and already did psychodrama groups. And my husband attended one. And after that, I also attended one. And something that was kind of funny afterwards, that I got so interested in this method that Riitta Hiilasvuorinen, who was the director at that time, when she was directing a psychodrama on the stage, I just jumped on the stage and told her, Kaika, you could do that now, you could do that now. And that was my first psychodrama group. So I had used many action methods in my own work.
Okay.
So it was not so different, and it fitted me well.
Okay. What was your previous work?
I am a theologian by basic training. Okay. So I worked at that time I was teaching in a college those who became youth workers in the church.
Oh, interesting. And with the action methods?
I used different kind of action methods, which I had created myself, because it was somehow in my nature to act.
Wow! So you was psychodramatist before you know psychodrama somehow?
No, in a way, yes, because that I used to teach. I like to teach quite a lot these confirmation schools, and they were camps mostly. So young people came for about 10 days together, and they were taught. And there I started creating that how could I really get them to understand what this is. And I started creating different ways to teach.
Yeah. So interesting.
And another somehow base that I had been trained as what is that now? As a as one who works with in hospitals, a theologian who works in hospitals. Can't remember now the name.
It's kapelans in Latvian. It's kapelan, maybe something like that. Bishop. Okay.
But that maybe comes to my mind, but now I forgot the word. Okay. And so I was supervised for a long time when I was working with mental pain patients. So I also had that background.
Right. Yeah, interesting. And how did you came to Estonia with psychodrama, or how did this transition went?
So it is. I have followed my husband in many ways.
Oh.
When Estonia had become independent, and some years afterwards, my husband worked as in insurance, and so he came to Estonia to create an insurance company, and In fact, he worked for half a year also as in Latvia.
Oh.
In insurance, because they had lost their boss, so he became to be that for half a year.
Okay.
So he went to work in Estonia, and when he did that, there had been some Finnish people who had done workshops in Estonia in psychodrama, and Nordic board. We were creating Nordic board at that time, and we talked quite a lot about these Baltic countries and how do we help them to start with psychodrama. And so when my husband went there, I started working with psychodrama there. So.
Great. And so then you got the trainees and training and something like that?
Yeah, I did my first workshop in Tartu in the beginning of '95, in January, I think. And at the same time, Ruda Palmqvist was about to start a training program in Tartu, in southern Estonia.
Yeah.
And there were people who invited me to start to do the same in Tallinn. And so in '95, I started training in Tallinn. First, the training was a part of the Finnish training program, but the time was ripe. Then we created an Estonian institute.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are our neighbor institute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also know Inara Erdmanis from that time.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Well, I think we had already met within this Nordic board system. Can't remember when we first met, but no, Nordic board had trainer meetings, and I think I met her there.
Okay. So we have somehow very the same, story for how psychodrama came to Latvia, how it started.
Yeah.
So,
and also Lithuania, it started a bit differently, but Latvia and Estonia were a bit similar.
Yeah. And what is that you like in psychodrama the most?
I remember when I went to my first psychodrama training workshop, when I started my training, I entered the training room, and there was sitting Masha Karp and Ken Sprague. And somehow in that, somehow instantly, I somehow connected that everything that is important to me is present. So that's the social aspect, the community, even politics, and there is this spiritual, cosmic, and there is art, and there is psychology, and they are all there, and this can connect it all. Somehow that this connects the whole person, and I think that is what I still value an awful lot in psychodrama. Somehow Moreno could connect this action, this art, this social and psychological and cosmic, and somehow he was part of the movement in the beginning of 1900s, where these things were connected. So he was not the only one, but he created a system where they can be connected, and I think that is important.
Yeah, and it's still important to connect all those things.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think we can really grow as human beings when they are all there, so that we don't just do one of them, but they are all together.
Yeah. And it is somehow we are getting new roles in our lives. Because sometimes, well, for example, in my 38-year-old self, you can be like stuck in this everyday things, everyday roles.
Yeah.
And then there is this, what's next? Is there anything? And in psychodrama, it's always something new, something to explore.
Yeah, because when you open to all that you are, that's why it is so difficult to answer who are you, because so we are so much, and of course when we are younger, at least when I was younger, I had some plans and I wanted this and that. But now that I'm old, I'm very old. I feel old. Yeah. It's more like that I do what comes. I don't have any. I don't have any needs or wants or plans or even dreams. I just. I would like to be able to do till the end of my life somehow what comes forth, so I could act with it.
Yeah, well, and that's so nice. And you said that you could act, but in my experience, sometimes there's a people who like throws away the acting part and is like, okay, I'm sitting here watching TV, nothing's happening,
I watch TV too, but I also act.
Yeah.
When I'm old, I watch more than when I was younger. There is a lot of time. I live alone. I'm a widow. My husband died some 8.5 years ago.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
That's how life is. We had planned that I die first and he stays, but it happened the other way.
Yeah, not all plans is.
Yeah, I never planned to live this long, and that's why I think I have the feeling that I am old, because I have lived longer than I thought.
Yeah, but you still have action.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
And
yes,
I see that. Yeah, I see that psychodrama is this force that teaches somehow to act.
Yeah.
Not just, not just dream, but to act.
Yeah. And that was, I love the story that Moreno was in the cafes and got tired of the talking. I like to talk, but if talk does not take you to action, it's empty. I moved to Finland, back to Finland about 5 years ago. And since then, I have been creating a monastery. And I have started this centering prayer training in Finland. And so there are several hundreds of centering prayer people now. So I like to act, I like to do.
Yeah.
And I spent quite a lot of time in that monastery that we created. It's a new kind of monastery.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Where is it in Finland located?
In Hamina.
Okay.
It is the southern coast, but closer to east, not far from the Russian border.
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah. So it's important to somehow give this peace that prayers can take, to that place, probably. That just came to me. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. The border is not felt so much there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How do you see have psychodrama changed? Well, in the Baltics, probably from the start, and where it is now.
I remember when the first groups were, there was this kind of how could I say it? As if people had not yet learned how freely can you speak and talk. So that was still there.
Yeah.
And then the freedom, the not fearing, not being afraid of expressing yourself, it came slowly. I don't think there is any fear anymore.
Well,
No, any fear for that reason.
yeah.
That was then. Because of course there are fears, but they are now more psychological. They are not so much political anymore.
Yes, exactly.
So that I think at that time we did more sociodrama. Well, where I liked it very much. We had all the main politicians on the stage, and we investigated the history where people had come. So that was a lot. I don't think that is so much anymore.
Yeah, it's more psychodramas.
Yeah,
Still with the group team, but it's more like one person.
Yeah, we did quite a lot of that at the time.
Yeah.
In fact, I did my first sociodrama on the Estonian political situation before Estonia was newly independent. I was teaching in this college people who became teachers, who wanted to have them, who were good professionals. They were historians, mathematicians, but to become teachers, they needed to have a part. So I was teaching them to be teachers.
Okay.
And there were many who had as their profession this history, and it was politically very interesting what was happening in Estonia. So we created a drama where there was these Siim Kallas on the stage and this whole system, and then tried to create in that drama what is going to happen. And we created above the future that then happened.
Oh.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. And so it was kind of rebellious act at that time.
Not in Finland. It was not rebellious.
Yeah.
Yes, here we could do that. But we, but it was interesting. Yeah.
Why did you move back to Finland 5 years ago?
My husband had died, and I lived in the country. In the countryside, we had a beautiful place surrounded by a river countryside. Meadows, forests, and all that. But it was too much for me to take care. And I have 4 children who live with their families in Finland. So they thought that when I get older and maybe become sick, it's better that I am close to them. And I think they were right. It would be too much for me at the moment to take care of that big place.
Yeah. So how do you feel about it to return back to Finland from like such a long time in Estonia, or it's always been like one and the second place?
No, I have. When I was also in Estonia, I continued working also in Finland. I have also created the Helsinki Psychodrama Institute. at my time. And so till I became officially a pension. What is that?
Yes, pension.
But yeah, but that. I worked in Finland and in Estonia. And I also had a place in Finland where I could stay when I worked here. But our main home was in Estonia. So I had not lost my connections. But in a way, it was a surprise to me when I came back that I still had my networks here. It was a lot easier to come back than I had thought. But the big thing that happened was that when I lost that beautiful nature place, I lost for several years my deep connection with the nature. I have somehow been a nature mystic from my childhood on, and I lost that for several years. And I could not connect with the Finnish nature because of the loss. And I traveled back to Estonia, and when I looked at the Estonian meadows and things, I just cried and cried and cried. So that was the most difficult part. Now we have a beautiful nature also in Finland, but I could not connect with it for some time.
Yeah, but now you have this connection.
Yeah, and it has come back. Yeah. But still, the connection in this country place of ours, it was so deep that it's in a way it is rare to have such a deep connection all the time. All the needed elements were all the time present and very close.
Yeah. How do you know the number? How many psychodramatists have you trained?
I have never counted. Let's see, if I trained several hundreds.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good like.
I used to have the training groups in Finland were 20, and so also in Estonia in the beginning they were about 20, and so in Finland I started every year.
Oh yeah, so it's more than 100.
It's a lot. Yeah. I also when I got my certificate as a psychodramatist, I also started, because at that time I was also teaching the Bible. So I created Bibliodrama. I started using the drama methods in teaching psychodrama. And Bibliodrama has also become a method quite a lot used in the church. I used to train it. I trained maybe 100 bibliodramatists before I moved to Estonia. Then somebody else continued it in Finland because I could not continue everything.
Of course, yeah. You are just, the creator, the first point.
And that's my part.
Yeah.
And I am fairly good in creating the next generation to give it over. So I don't keep it to myself.
Thank you for it, really. I know that Reijo is teaching Bibliodrama, having workshops in Bibliodrama.
Not Bibliodrama, Axiodrama.
Oh yeah, sorry, Axiodrama.
Yeah, but he does not use the Bible.
Yeah,
I did.
Axiodrama is a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, I also started doing that. I created the triangle of Axio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's you too.
Yeah, I have been teaching also Reijo.
Okay, yeah. So, and I know that Albina from Lithuania is teaching Bibliodrama with the Bible.
Okay.
I don't know if
Very
that's
good.
you or not, but
No, I have not been teaching. I did. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I did one Bibliodrama workshop in some Baltic Moreno conference in Latvia. I'm not quite sure.
yeah.
But I might have. But
You did check.
I have not taught her.
Okay.
I did teach some people from Estonia who came to Finland to learn. But while in Estonia, I did not anymore teach Bibliodrama. I got into some problems with it. So I did not. I could do it now again, but for some time I had some problems with it that I could not solve then.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. And so yeah, axiodrama is your too, because
Axiodrama, Moreno did that, but I created the triangle with axio, socio, and psycho, and how
it goes together.
yeah, that was my wording.
Thank you for that, because if I'm using it sometimes, I will know who is the creator, because I think sometimes it's very important, that you say, and it is the job of, or idea of, Sirkku, for example.
Yeah, I like that too. When I can tell this, I learned from that and this, and I like it to be connected to them.
Yeah, and it is about the roots somehow.
Yeah,
the ideas and the roots. Yeah, and is there, I don't know if there is, but maybe you have this observation as you had that much trainees, how psychodrama changes people through training. What is this from the start to beginning? What is the biggest change? Maybe there is some points.
This is maybe also my hope that this is
okay.
But I think I see it too. Is especially in training. I don't think that when somebody trains in psychodrama to become a psychodramatist, I don't think the most important thing is to be able to direct psychodramas on stage. I think the most important thing is, and that you learn, especially in learning to direct, is that you do not have to know beforehand what happens. You dare to stay in a situation where you don't know where we are going. And then you dare to act in that situation, not yet knowing what is the outcome. I think that is the... and if one dares to live in this way, then it is different, and I need to have a plan for every situation. I have to know so we somehow learn not to be in control, and at the same time it's not in control, but in the same time we are able to act. So I think that is something very important, and you can use that in any profession, in anything. And I don't know any better way to learn that than learning to direct psychodrama on stage.
Yes, that could be this. Yeah, because it's like you have to let it go, somehow it's like the first thing you have to do.
Yeah. And when students start learning to direct, they just can't do that, and that's a difficult phase when you don't know where to go. I remember it myself. One of my supervisors, I worked with a group with him, and I said, I cannot do anything if I don't know where we are going, if I don't know what we want to get. That was totally, I felt that is totally impossible. I can only act if I know.
Yeah.
In a way, we know in a large respect, we are going towards freedom, we are going towards something deep, but it is so broad. That,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And we never know if we will get there at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah. If we get one step in that direction, it's okay.
Yeah. And yeah, for me, it's something to do with the trust too. You know, trust for the protagonist, trust for the group, and myself.
Yeah, in a way, trust in life, that there
Yeah.
is something in life that holds us and holds the situation. And then without that, it's impossible not to control.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I wanted to say something else too, but I'm just really in this spot right now. Yeah, and it gives joy, you know, this feeling that I can trust life and I don't need a plan. I don't need to know what will happen. I'm just here in this moment, and it brings a lot of joy.
Yeah, it is a different life.
Yeah, it is.
But I also think that somehow there are many things that I don't like in Moreno, because his own psychology was a bit not so easy always, but the way he could understand, the way he could create these primary methods, these techniques, like a doubling, role reversal, and mirror. And with those three techniques, when you learn them, when you really learn them, you learn somehow the basic skills you need in life. You can with doubling you can it's a deeply sympathy method. You can enter a person's mind. You can enter anything. You can investigate it from the inside. And with role reversal, you can take another person's position, but with your own psychology. And with mirror, you can take this distance. And these are the main psychological abilities that you need in life.
Yeah, and I would put there spontaneity too.
Yeah, but that's for me, that's a different category.
Yeah, that's a different category.
That's a cosmic element.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Yeah. That's not a technique. These are
yeah, that's a techniques and that's an element. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, to have these techniques in mind and to remember them, for me, it's together with the spontaneity, you know. I have to be like very calm and in my center, and so I can think.
Yeah.
So I can be.
And with spontaneity, I put also, we wrote this one book about psychodrama in Finland, some maybe 20 years ago or more.
Okay.
And for that, I decided to try to understand what are the different levels of that theory. So the deepest level for me, the main thing is spontaneity and relationship. They are the basis.
Okay. Yeah.
And then these role theories and sociometries, and then they are next level. Okay. And then there are these techniques, but the spontaneity and relationship, they need to go through everything.
Yeah. And they need to be first, so you can.
They need to be on the They are the base.
What's the next levels?
I did not think. I did not put any, but for me, this 3 levels was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, because so often role theory and spontaneity are put on the same level, and they are not.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But relationship and spontaneity are the basic level. That's how I think. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Maybe you get it that the theory. See, I like to act, but I also like theory.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Yeah. And the theory is, well, needed.
Mm.
So there is this action with the thought.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So because we can act in in spontaneity theater, for example, and we can just act in life.
Mm.
But if there's a thought, then it's spontaneous act. Then it creates. That's just how I see it for now as a student.
Are you still a student?
I'm a student. I'm a CP in CP training right now.
Okay.
In the 2nd year.
Okay, so you are very soon finished with your training.
Yeah. Well, the big on-site exam will be in next year's January.
Okay.
So it's still
a year.
A year, yeah. So I'm in a theory right now a lot because it's somehow these puzzle pieces are coming together. That's a nice place for me. I like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the last year before your exam is a good year.
Thank you. I am enjoying it right now. Really.
Have you become the one who is chosen often to be the double?
No, not really.
Because that's how I felt my last year, that I was chosen to be the double all the time. So I could do that more than before.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm in the auxiliary egos right now a lot. Yeah. And well, to be like truthful, not the good ones, like antagonist.
Yeah, and that is so wonderful.
It is, yeah, but it's also challenging.
One of the roles that I have liked most as an auxiliary was a bad mother who was explained to be like octopus. That when you fight one of the four, then another comes.
Oh, yeah.
And they are all evil. And I love to do that. I could create all the evils.
Yeah. Wow. This is next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful how symbolic it is. And in psychodrama, I mean, everything is symbols, and yeah. Wow.
And very real at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you think how psychodrama, or will it change in 20 years?
I don't know, because I'm following what is happening in the Nordic countries at the moment.
Yeah.
They are very different from the Baltic countries, because psychodrama is not strongly alive in these countries. I think there is no training in Norway. There is one training group maybe in Sweden. There is maybe one training group in Finland. There are some younger people who are trying to recreate it so that psychodrama would fly again, but I don't know if it will. I do not know. it's so I don't know what will happen, and I hope the Baltic countries find a way not to go the Nordic way, because we all somehow have gone so that psychodrama does not strongly live. One of the young ones who is trying to recreate it is my daughter, one of my daughters.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she's very good, and her friends, those who are trying to create, they are very good. But is there? They need to earn their living also. They can't use all their time for psychodrama when it is so difficult to get your pay from there. So it is difficult. I hope you in your countries find a different way than where, because when I still worked in Finland, psychodrama was popular, it was working, but after I left this, it has gone. No, not because I left, but somehow they did not find the direction anymore where to go. And it happened in all the Nordic countries.
Yeah, and well, in Latvia, we are having one training group in a year for basics, and well, CP group, my CP group, I am in Estonia, actually in Estonian Institute, but it happens in Riga. We have Latvians, Lithuanian, and Estonians in our group. So we are like a Baltic country group. And well, in Latvia, it's not thriving a lot right now, but we are looking for ways to put psychodrama not only in clinical situations, not only in psychotherapy, but well, for in schools or in organizations, to look for those ways, because there is this thing that psychodrama can do a lot.
Yeah,
but how to?
Yeah, but it's also the rhythm of this time. Everything is people want everything so quickly, and it is a slow way. You don't become a psychodramatist very quickly.
Oh yeah.
So there is something that does not fit so well. I remember already when I was still working, we were still working, Leif Blomqvist was alive, and he was talking quite a lot about this, that this world is becoming quicker and quicker, and everything is needed to get so quickly. And he was already then worried what will happen with psychodrama, because it is this kind of growth is slow.
Yeah, but well, also you kind of grow anyway. You just grow older, you know. And well, I'm 10 years in psychodrama already, but I am growing with it. It's like a lifestyle. It's
yeah, but not so many people come to it before they can't know it beforehand what it is, so they don't. It is difficult. But when I became psychodrama director, I became in 3 years. So it was possible in Holwell. Nobody else did it so quickly, but I somehow I needed to do it. I traveled a lot to Holwell, and I did a lot of. I had the financial possibility to use my to study almost full time, and very few have it.
Yeah, well, we are learning now too. Like, we have this weekend seminars one time in 3 months, but we are meeting online in a small groups too. But yeah, it is 2.5 years but well, yeah, I'm also.
But for me, it was from the beginning to director. to see me 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
So it was extremely quick. But of course, I needed this, that I had been doing something in action. I had been learning the human mind. I had been doing a lot before.
Yeah.
And I had the financial possibility.
Yeah. But well, I think if you get like this hunger to be a psychodramatist and you get with this lifestyle, it just you find a way somehow.
Yeah, but you have to find the people to come to the first years.
Yeah.
So that is when they come and they get the taste, then they easily continue.
Exactly.
But it's not, when I think of Finland, it's not easy to get people to come for the first year.
Yeah. It's in Latvia too. We are collecting these training groups, but it's not so easy because I think there is still not everybody knows what the psychodrama means.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but when people come, for example, for psychotherapy group, it's not so easy to collect them too. But when they start and when they see how psychodrama works, then they get this, okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, history also brings those times when people are more eager for something and
for other people.
Yeah.
It is. So let's see what will happen in 20 years. I really hope that our energy that we are still doing in Latvia and in Finland and in Estonia too, that it will somehow still live and attract people. And well, I think psychodrama is one of those places where you can learn to slow down this very fast times.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to enter before that.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but that's I don't know about the future, but I think somehow these ideas, they can die, but then maybe they live in something else if this does not continue. The ideas are living, they are alive, so they can't die.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. What would be this, as you are a very experienced psychodramatist, a mother of a lot of ideas and 2 institutes, as I understand. What is your wish or wise advice for younger psychodramatists in training or that are just entering psychodrama, maybe?
I think this entering is enough. When you enter, you find your way. That is, but maybe something new needs to be created also in the trainings, in something so that it fits the time. Always better and better. So maybe this, don't be afraid to recreate.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you a lot, Sirkku.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I really appreciate meeting you and, you giving this interview.
And I like talking with you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Me too, really.
Okay.